Hey Legions, we got access to Prince of Persia and The Lost Crown. Huge thanks to Ubisoft for providing a key so we could test this one out, and I can say that even at 1600p with high settings at 30 watts, we are getting a fantastic 90 plus frames per second on the Legion Go. Now I did up the HUD scale to medium as well just to make things a little bit easier to read, and I could only put it up to 1440p on the monitor that I was using, but you will for the most part sit around the 80 FPS mark in battle. But when we're in slightly less hectic scenes, you will get upwards of 90 as well. Now even with the 30 watt TDP mode, if you're not keeping an eye on things, it's still dropping down to 25 watts. So as you can see, this is mostly at 25 watts, but if you do push it to 30, you will get over that 90 mark quite happily, but obviously you will need power very close. In the cutscenes, it does dip down into the 60s on occasion, but running it at 1600p is absolutely glorious on the go. With the boss battles, you don't notice any input latency, and I am using the Radeon anti-lag as well as the image sharpening as standard. Now if we drop this down to 1200p, keeping it at that 25 watts performance, you are going to be pushing 120 frames per second for the most part. Again, it dips down into the hundreds occasionally, but pushing around 100 frames per second at 1200p 25 watt range is absolutely perfect for out and about. And surprisingly, this actually performs very well even at 15 watts at 1200p. Obviously you could drop it down to 800, but I really don't feel like this warrants it on this game, as 1200 looks absolutely phenomenal. And before I do, in the cutscenes at 1080, again it's still pushing over 110 to 120 frames per second. As we drop it down to the balance mode, so we'll go down to 15 watt and also keeping it at that 1080p. Even with the high settings and SMAA on, we are still getting over 70 frames per second for the most part. So if you are out and about on battery and you want to save a little bit or extend that playtime, then playing at 15 watts will still get you a solid 70 plus frames per second, even with those high graphics modes. Now you can drop it down to medium, but I do really feel that high is the best way to play this game at the moment, and it is so graphical and spot on the timings that I really don't feel like you want to drop it down anymore. This officially releases on the 18th of January. Let us know in the comments below if you're going to be picking this one up or joining Ubisoft Plus for the month so you can try it out as soon as it launches. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.